So you've clicked on this video because you need to know more about winter tires and when and where you need them. So for most of the information, you're going to be able to find that on the BC government websites with maps and special designations on what kind of tires you need. We'll of course put a link down to the bottom so you can take a look at that. I'm here to talk more about the winter tires themselves. So to start off, you do not require winter tires on your vehicle. You require winter rated tires. And why that's important is because there's many different designations of tires. Most of you will be familiar with all-season tires, which is what many people run on their vehicle. There's also all-weather tires and what you probably have heard of winter, or what they used to be called, snow tires. Now, the important thing to denominate between all these tires is all-season tires, despite their name, are really only good for 3 seasons. Now on these highways, you're required to have M&S on your vehicle, but really that's not a snow tire, that's not a winter tire. You're required to have one that has a 3-peak mountain snowflake used on a winter tire or as a all-weather tire. All-weather tires have some of the same compounds that you'd see in a winter tire and can be run all year round rather than having a separate set of all-season and winter tires. Winter tires are obviously, they're going to be the best for winter. They have a better tread pattern to evacuate slush and water, as well as the compounds they're made of stays more soft and subtle and it adheres better to the road, making sure you have better traction. Another thing to make note, even if you have proper tires, if their tread is too low at 5/30 seconds or 3.5 centimeters or below, you do require new tires. They are not road legal anymore in the wintertime. So some options you might have, if you're going for an all-season tires, which honestly I would not recommend running in the winter, a classic Michelin Defender 2, Michelin Primacy, or some of your top picks. If you want to go over to an all-weather tire, there's lots of good options, but again, Michelin holds some of the best at the Michelin Cross Climate 2s, but depending on your budget or what's available for your size, you may want to go something like a Goodyear All-Track. Now, if you really want to get a winter tire, which I do heavily recommend, a Bridgestone Blizzak Michelin X-Ice is really where you want to hit. Alternatively, if you do have your separate set of winter tires, I do recommend getting a separate set of steel rims. Not only are you going to keep your alloys looking pretty, but overall you're going to save more money crossing them over year to year. So you might be telling yourself, we don't get a lot of snow here. Why do I need winter tires? Well, a big part of having winter tires is the special compounds that the tread is made out of, the rubber itself. It's winter tires, and to a lesser extent, all-weather tires do much better in the cold. They stay softer, they stick and adhere to the road surface much better. If you have all-season tires, they tend to grow very stiff and hard, and you can lose traction quite easily. That's honestly the main reason you should have all-weather tires, or ideally, winter tires. On the island here, the main highways that are required are anything north of Campbell River and anything going past the main highway to the west. Anything going to Tofino, Port Alberni, anything like that. As well as if you go past Nanaimo to Victoria, the Malahat also requires you to have proper winter tires. Now timeline-wise, from October 1st to April 30th, you are required to have winter-rated tires on your vehicle on many different highways, which we'll put a link down below to let you know where exactly that is. Of course, make sure to adhere to any local municipality that may require you to have chains on certain roads. For us around here, that's going up to Mount Washington. You need to have proper winter tires and carry chains on board at all times when going up. And make sure when the light is blinking that you put those on your vehicles, because otherwise you get turned away, or worse, turned away and fined.